For the first time since 2019, the IBL Championship Series is back in Barrie. Tonight, Game 2 of the 2023 Finals between the Welland Jackfish and the Barrie Baycats. Hello again, everyone, and welcome. We're at Vintage Throne Stadium in Springwater Township with Julius Hern. I'm Ben Davy. This series began in dramatic fashion last night in Welland, a 4-3 Baycats victory in Game 1, a game that was tied right down to the wire, tied at 2 going into the 8th inning.
Yeah. Fantastic performances from both starting pitchers led to a close game heading into the last 2 innings. Kenise Ejo gave the Baycats the lead in the top of the 8th. Baycats added another run in the top of the 9th, and then Steven Moretto made it a closer game, 4-3 in the bottom of the 9th, but the Baycats held on, taking a 1-0 series lead into Game 2.
They finished in first place to win the 2023 IBL pennant, but can Jackfish survive in Springwater? Game 2 is next.
Is the Inter-County Baseball League Finals. Hello Baycats fans, welcome to Vintage Throne Stadium for IBL Finals Game 2 between the visiting Welland Jackfish and your Barrie Baycats. Here are the starting lineups. First for the Welland Jackfish, managed by Brian Essery. Batting first, the left fielder, number 24, Hogan Brown. Batting second, the center fielder, number 11, Gianfranco Morello. Batting third, first baseman, number 15, Steven Moretto. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 23, James Smybers. Batting fifth, catcher, number 33, Carlos Martinez. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 1, Caleb Fierrestake. Batting seventh, designated hitter, number 10, Mateo Porchelato. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 6, Tyler Dupuis. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 9, Ethan Hunt. On the mound for the Jackfish, starting pitcher, number 17, Ben Abram. And now, the starting lineup for your Barrie Baycats, managed by Josh Matlow. Batting first, the center fielder, number 9, Kenise Ejo. Batting second, second baseman, number 7, Royce Endo. Batting third, the shortstop, number 26, Adam Odd. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 27, Ryan Rio. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 29, Malik Williams. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 4, Starlin Rodriguez. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 55, Hayden Jaco. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 3, Carson Burns. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 6, Kyle Maves. On the mound for the Baycats, starting pitcher, number 30, Juan Benitez. Here are the umpires for today's game. Calling the balls and strikes, James Lyles. At first base, Jeff Rose. And at third base, Ben Rosen. Fans, if you please rise and remove your caps if you are able to for the playing of O Canada, our national anthem.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard For
Picked up by the first baseman. Toss to Benitez. In time for the out. And there's one away. That was Williams to Benitez covering the bag for the first out of the inning.
Give the defense here for the Barrie Baycats in the outfield. Kyle Mays in left, Kenisi Ijo in center. Starlin Rodriguez gets a start in right field. On the infield, Hayden Jaco at third base. He caught last night. Adam Ott at short, Roy Sando at second, and Malik Williams at first. And Carson Burns is the backstop tonight for Juan Benitez.
Gio Morello has a .462 playoff average to lead Welland in the postseason. He bats here in the number 2 spot in this lineup for Brian Essery tonight. Nobody on, and one out here on the top of the first inning. First offering from Benitez. Missed inside, and Benitez behind 2 consecutive batters here in this inning.
Yeah, Morello's one of those guys that's gotten really hot since the playoffs started. His average during the regular season was .255.
Fastball for a strike, and it's 1-1. Benitez, 31-year-old right-hander from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, back for his 3rd year here with Barrie. This one hit to the right side again. And again, it's Malik Williams to Juan Benitez covering. Deja vu. 3-1 putouts back-to-back from Brown and Morello.
That's a really good sign for Benitez. Weak contact to start the game. Simple ground ball outs. That's going to get you through innings quickly and easily.
Steve Moretto has 4 home runs to lead Welland in the postseason. 11 runs scored to lead Welland in that category as well.
And one of those home runs was last night in the 9th inning. It was a moonshot off of Frank Garces, but Baycats closed it down in a 4-3 win.
And what a 9th inning that was last night in Welland. A high drama finish to a ball game between 2 heavyweights in the IBL, the Baycats and the Jackfish. And setting the stage for what should be a fantastic 2023 championship series. Benitez is behind again here, 2 balls, no strikes. These Jackfish very impatient with Juan Benitez with the initial pitches in their 3 plate appearances so far. Here's the pitch on the 2-0. And he misses, and he's behind 3 balls, no strikes.
That's a good sign for Brian Essery's club. These guys at the plate, they're not taking everything too fast. They're waiting for their pitch. They're not panicking and chasing pitches they don't need to be swinging at.
Juan Benitez walked 20 in the regular season, 29 strikeouts. Gets that one over for a strike, and it's 3-1. Well, here's shortstop James Smybert. The Welland Jackfish in the early 1-0 lead here off Juan Benitez in the first inning.
So that's 2 home runs in as many at-bats in this series for Moretto.
Jackfish led 1-0 and 2-1 in last night's ball game in Welland. Baycats pulled it out in the late innings. Big home run by Kenisi Ijo, and Carson Burns scoring on a wild pitch. Another one to the right side. This one to the second baseman. It's Ando to Williams for the out. But Jackfish strike early on a solo home run to left field by Steve Moretto. 1-0 Welland through half an inning on Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie. Premier North Windows and Doors is a proud supporter of the Barrie Baycats, locally owned and operated, and specializing in window replacement and door installation. Simcoe County's #1 choice for windows and doors. Classic Car Wash, customizing your car wash experience using high-quality products. Their team of experts will make sure your car is shining like new when you drive away. Give your car the VIP treatment it deserves at Classic Car Wash in Barrie. The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers, and go Baycats.
Hi, I'm Debbie Wilkes, owner of Insightful Living and licensed provider of Brain Echo Technology, which aims to calm and balance the brain. If any of these troublesome things are troubling you, then I'm talking to the appropriate person now.
Ben Abram on the mound. Kicks. His first delivery is high for a ball.
And Abrams had a tough postseason so far. 2 appearances, 11 and a third innings pitched, a 7.94 ERA through those 11 and a third. 11 strikeouts to 4 walks in the year, 1-1 record in the postseason.
And this one's lined to right field for a base hit. Ejo is aboard to lead off the bottom of the first for the Baycats. Let's look at the defense for the Jackfish behind Ben Abram.
For the Jackfish in the field tonight, Hogan Brown in left field, Gio Morello in center, Caleb Fairstake in right. On the infield, Ethan Hunt at third, James Smybert at short, Tyler Dupuis, and Steve Moretto on the right side of the infield, with Carlos Martinez catching Ben Abram. Basically the same lineup as last night for the Jackfish, aside from the starting pitcher, Ben Abram.
And manager Brian Essery really liked what he saw from Abram in the regular season. In his 5 regular season appearances, 3 of them were starts. Put together a sparkling 1.58 ERA. But you mentioned his postseason struggles. Nonetheless, Essery with lots of confidence in his right-handed hurler, giving him the ball here for this crucial Game 2 in the championship series. Ejo back with a head first slide.
Yeah, Abram really needs to keep an eye on him. 26 steals on the year for Ejo in the regular season. Always a threat on the base paths to steal.
He goes. Pitch is called, strike, and throw, the slide, the tag, not there in time. Kenise Ejo swipes second.
Kenise Ejo continuing a great start to this game for the Baycats. Exactly what they could ask for, the leadoff base hit, and now he's in scoring position.
He has 4 playoff stolen bases to lead the Baycats, and he also leads Barrie with 9 runs scored. And those stolen bases obviously really helping Ejo and getting into scoring position for these Baycat hitters. Very powerful lineup behind him. Catcher Carlos Martinez goes out for a chat with Ben Abram. Interesting to see if Roy Sando, the count is 0-2, so he won't be bunting in this count, but the Baycats are a team that has shown that they're able to bunt this year, getting guys to third base.
Ando 1 for 4 last night with a base hit in the 6th inning.
Ejo leads at second. Dancing around, Abram with the delivery on the 0-2, and it's low and away.
Ando's base hit last night in the 6th, valuable, and moved Ejo to third base. And then a Ryan Rio sacrifice fly followed for the Baycats to tie the game.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Roy Sando. Here's the pitch, and it's hit to the right side, through into right field. And they're going to send Kenise Ejo. Here's the throw. Not in time. Ejo scores on the RBI by Roy Sando. He'll advance to second, and the Baycats tie this game at 1.
Great piece of hitting there from Roy Sando, going the other way with that ball into right field for a right-handed batter. And with the speed of Ejo, no doubt he was going to be able to score on that from second base. Exactly what the Baycats wanted.
So Ejo is in. We're tied at 1. Ando takes second. An RBI for Royce, and now Adam Elrod will bat with still nobody out here in this bottom of the first inning. Strike 1 to on.
Nice breaking ball there from Ben Abram. It clocked in at 81 miles an hour.
Adam Odd had an absolutely torrid second half of the season. Got his average all the way up to 390. Hits this one to the right side. Off the glove of Moretto. Can't make the play. Two on, nobody out, and here comes Ryan Rio.
Adam Odd hit that ball really hard and kind of handcuffed Moretto a bit. He had to slide over to his right to get that ball, and would have been a tough play even if he was able to come up with it. Still nobody out.
Ryan Rio with a .433 playoff average to lead the Baycats. 3 home runs in the playoffs. That's tops on this team as well. He's driven home 13.
Absolutely fantastic year, career year for Ryan Rio, and he's continuing into the postseason.
Runners lead. Abram in a jam here with nobody out. Here's the pitch. Fouled off sharply. Over near the Barrie dugout and down that first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Baycats and Jackfish tied at 1. We're in the bottom of the first. Pitch from Abram. Change up, and it's lined softly, picked up by the shortstop. Steps on the bag, throw to first, in time for the out. Double play, but it brings home a run as Royce Ando crosses home plate.
And despite the double play there, it still brings home a run, and can never fault a ground ball that advances a base runner or even scores one. So I would say still a productive at bat there from Ryan Rio.
Well, not what Rio was trying to do in that situation, but it results in a run anyways with Royce Ando at third base. So 2-1 Baycats, and now the bases are clear. And it gives Ben Abram a chance to just settle down here and concentrate with the bases empty and just go after the guy at the plate. That's Malik Williams right now with 2 away. Full delivery and off speed, fouled off at home plate by Williams.
Yeah, Abram really mixing in the off speed here in the first inning. We saw it a lot in that Ryan Rio at bat. And even the ball that was put in play off the end of the bat looked like another breaking ball on that pitch. Rio clearly not getting all of it.
So the count is 1-1 to Williams. Got into just 9 regular season games for the Baycats. Rejoined them here in the playoffs. On the ground is short. 2-hopper, James Smybert makes the easy play across in time for the out. Williams is retired. Baycats get the lead in the bottom half of the inning. It's 2-1 Barrie through an inning here at Vintage Throne Stadium. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie. Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May. VMF Sportswear, the official jersey provider of the Barrie Baycats. High-quality, pro-custom uniforms using only the best quality fabrics. Custom apparel, excellent customer service, and community support. VMF Sportswear, Canada's trusted sportswear brand. BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news. Top of the second at Vintage Throne Stadium. Julius Hern, Ben Davy with you here on Baycats TV, Rogers TV in Barrie. We welcome viewers from Welland who are enjoying tonight's game as well on our YouTube page. Welcome to Vintage Throne Stadium, Baycats, Jackfish. 2-1 ball game here with Carlos Martinez, Caleb Fiersteak, and Mateo Porcelato all due up to face Juan Benitez. Welland got on the board first with a Steve Moretto solo home run to left field in the top half of the inning. Barrie getting right back into it with a pair of runs in the bottom half. 1-0, and it's a fly ball. Right field. And there is Starlin Rodriguez. He makes the catch.
We've seen it from Benitez a lot this year, and hope we continue to see it through this game. You know, he'll give up runs early in the game, but he's really good at settling in after seeing some damage. So, you know, that home run in the first inning might have put that spark in him to hopefully continue what he's been able to do soft contact-wise throughout the rest of the game.
We've seen Josh Matlow show a lot of confidence in Juan Benitez through the middle and even the late innings of a ball game. Much like Frank Garces, although he's not going to quite give you the astronomical pitch count that Garces can give you. Frank went 144 pitches last night, but Juan, another guy who often gets better as the game goes on. Dominican right-hander with a 1-1 pitch. And it's hit over second base and into center field. A base hit. Caleb Fiersteak is aboard. Second hit for the Jackfish tonight.
The designated hitter at number 10, Mateo Portolanos.
Yeah, it's probably good momentum starter there for Fiersteak. He had 4 strikeouts in last night's game, 0 for 5 on the evening. For him to get a base hit, that might be something he can continue on through the rest of the series if he can get hot.
Mateo Portolato batting in the number 7 spot, but this is a guy who gets on base a lot and gets in with a lot of runs scored as well. 40 to lead the Jackfish in the regular season, 22 walks, 22 stolen bases. A little bit of speed in the bottom third of the order here for the Jackfish. Waggles the bat, waits for the 0-1. And that one hit pretty deep, left field. And catches made. 2 out of the inning. Kyle Maves staying with that one all the way.
I'm not sure if Maves picked that one up right off the bat. He looked like he was frozen for a little bit as the ball skied into the air, but he caught onto it, moved back, and made an easy catch in front of the warning track.
Maves has played a variety of positions this season, including some infield spots, and he's in left field tonight. The Baycats outfield normally would be Rodriguez, Ejo, and Avery Tuck in right field. Tuck not in the starting lineup tonight. First offering is low to Tyler Dupuis, the second baseman.
Yeah, Maves didn't get into the game last night, so he takes Tuck's spot in the lineup. Tuck a tough game at the plate last night, 3 strikeouts.
Swing and a miss. There are no easy outs in this bottom half of the lineup for the Welland Jackfish. Tyler Dupuis had a pair of hits in last night's 4-3 loss. Ethan Hunt behind him in the number 9 spot. He also had a pair of hits last night. 1 on, 2 out. Benitez checks on the runner. This one hit to deep right field. Backpedaling and making the catch is Starlin Rodriguez. Jackfish strand a runner in the top of the second. We're through an inning and a half. Baycats 2, Welland 1. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go, ain't going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Carrington comes in and the
Hard body, and that's
and the score is James Henderson and the Baycats win. Classic Car Wash, customizing your car wash experience using high-quality products. Their team of experts will make sure your car is shining like new when you drive away. Give your car the VIP treatment it deserves at Classic Car Wash in Barrie.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
At Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just $8.99 each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second, the Baycats lead the Jackfish 2-1 in Game 2 of the IBL Finals. This second inning brought to you by Wingin' It Restaurants, the great taste of adventure.
Starlin Rodriguez, Hayden Jaco, Carson Burns due up to face Ben Abram, the Welland Jackfish. Abram allowing a pair of runs in the bottom half of the first inning. Rodriguez, the right fielder tonight, waggles the bat, and the first offering on the way from Abram. Off speed, and it misses outside. Right field. Fierstake trots over, and he makes the catch.
Third baseman, number 55, Hayden Jacob.
Hayden Jaco, the third baseman, will bat with 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the second inning.
Jacob's the third baseman tonight. He was the catcher last night for Frank Garces. Another guy that's really versatile defensively on the infield.
First pitch swinging, and it's a fly ball to right field. Fierstake again, same spot. 2 outs.
It was a very similar batted ball, too, like the one Rodriguez just had. Both guys didn't quite get all of it, pushing it out to right field.
It's the third time in the game that we have had balls hit to the same defensive position, back-to-back batters. That might be a completely meaningless statistic or factoid or whatever you want to call it, but remember we had back-to-back 3-1 putouts to lead off the first inning with Brown and Morello, and this one is rocked to right field. And will it stay up? It will! The catch is made by right fielder Caleb Fierstake, who makes all 3 putouts in the second inning. How about that? We played 2, still 2-1 Barrie. You're watching Rogers TV and Baycats TV.
Third inning brought to you by
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May. BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news. Maves and Ejo together. It's Ejo taking the catch in center field. I think he had back-to-back singles from Ejo and Ando, but then ground balls to short to end the bottom of the first inning, and then 3 straight fly balls to right field in the second inning. So Hunt is retired. We're back to the top of the order for Hogan Brown. Four of the last 5 batters Juan Benitez has faced have been fly balls. Down the line and foul. Picked up by Hayden Jaco.
A lot of bunt attempts by the Jackfish against the Baycats this year, and even last night it was excessive for the in comparison to the rest of the season. Or have we seen?
Gio Morello strikes out to end the third. The Jackfish go 3 up, 3 down. We played 2.5. It's 2-1 Barrie. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV. VMF Sportswear, the official jersey provider of the Barrie Baycats. High-quality, pro-custom uniforms using only the best quality fabrics. Custom apparel, excellent customer service, and community support. VMF Sportswear, Canada's trusted sportswear brand.
Bottom of the third at Vintage Zone Stadium, brought to you by Phaetrim, aluminum and siding, quality above all else.
Kyle Maves to bat. Takes a strike for the first pitch of the bottom of the third inning. Baycats went quickly and quietly in the bottom of the second against Ben Abram. 3 fly balls to right field. Pitch to Maves, and he lifts it foul over near the Welland bullpen. This series will continue after an off day tomorrow. They will play at the Pond in Welland for Game 3 on Tuesday night. Spencer and Alec will have that call for us on the Jackfish YouTube channel, and Barrie fans will be watching that, no doubt. And we're back here for Game 4 on Wednesday evening at Vintage Throne Stadium as Maves fouls that off. 5 if necessary was back in Welland on the first inning here tonight after a single. Driven home on an RBI by Roy Sando.
Yeah, he had a great game last night. He was 2 for 4, had that huge home run in the 8th inning, as well as a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd, and he carries a hot bat in tonight's game.
Think about how those stolen bases have helped Knies so much here in the playoffs. 4 stolen bases, now he has scored 10 runs. So in almost half of those runs scored, stolen base was a factor in it. 2-0 pitch, swinging to the gap, and it will drop. Picked up by the center fielder. Gio Morello fires it in, and Knies is in with a double.
Mentioned Ejo's hot bat, and he comes through again, a perfectly placed ball into the right center field gap, and there's extra bases for sure for him with his speed.
Adam Odd with a big opportunity here to add to Barrie's lead. Odd singled in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch, he takes it. It's outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Runners lead. Abram to Odd. Takes it low and in the dirt. Carlos Martinez had to go down and get that one. A wild pitch cost the Jackfish what would end up being the winning run last night in Welland. Martinez, one of the best behind the plate. Here's the pitch. It's a strike. Caught the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, another thing to think about.
Rio hit into a double play, but it brought home a run in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch to him, it's inside. Abram going hard and in with a fastball, keeping Rio honest. Rio likes to get right up on that plate. Abram trying to back him off it just a little bit. Runners lead. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Lifted to left. Coming over, and Hogan Brown has it drop in front of him. Unable to get there in time. Knies scores. 3-1 Barrie. ball very softly hit, and it didn't have enough on it to get to Brown, who had to play that one on a hop.
And Rio did exactly what he wanted to do, just hit the outfield green and score that run from third.
7 of 8 since Moretto's solo home run gave Welland an early 1-0 lead. Barrie took it right back in the bottom half of the inning. That happened last night too. Welland led twice in last night's game. The Baycats kept coming back, tying it up, staying right in there until the 8th. And they were finally able to get on top.
And something we've seen from the Baycats throughout the entire season is just they've been able to chip away at deficits throughout a game and even take the lead, and they're still going to chip away as much as they can, give themselves the best chance to win.
2-0 pitch. Center field, and it will drop for a base hit in front of Canisijo. Jackfish get the leadoff man aboard for the first time tonight. Steve Moretto is 2 for 2. And here's James Smyber. Yeah, the series so far, still early, only game 2, but it has the feeling of a low-scoring, back-and-forth kind of series with close scores and low scoring on both sides. Picked up by Williams, bobbles it, throw to Benitez, in time for the out. And Benitez spikes the ball into the dirt as he heads back to the Baycat dugout. However, the Jackfish tie the game. They score a pair. It's Welland 3, Barrie 3 through 4 innings, or through 3.5 innings. We go to the bottom of the 4th now on Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie. Premier North Windows and Doors is a proud supporter of the Barrie Baycats, locally owned and operated, and specializing in window replacement and door installation. Simcoe County's #1 choice for windows and doors. Classic Car Wash, customizing your car wash experience using high-quality products. Their team of experts will make sure your car is shining like new when you drive away. Give your car the VIP treatment it deserves at Classic Car Wash in Barrie. The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers, and go Baycats.
Hi, I'm Debbie Wilkes, owner of Insightful Living and licensed provider of Brain Echo Technology, which aims to calm and balance the brain. If any of these troublesome things are troubling you, then I'm talking to the appropriate person now.
Bottom of the 4th here, Vintage Throne Stadium, a tie ball game between the Jackfish and Baycats. And it's brought to you by Clarkson Bins and Junk Removal, the local source for simple, clean, and reliable disposal bin rental and junk removal services.
Another close ball game between the Jackfish and the Baycats. It's game 2 of the 2023 Inter-County Baseball League Championship Series, the Dominico Cup. And the battle for it between the Jackfish and the Baycats. Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? VMF Sportswear, the official jersey provider of the Barrie Baycats. High-quality, pro-custom uniforms using only the best quality fabrics. Custom apparel, excellent customer service, and community support. VMF Sportswear, Canada's trusted sportswear brand. BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news.
We're back in the top of the 5th inning, 9-1-2 in the Jackfish lineup to lead it off here. Hunt, Brown, and Morello due up in a tie ball game, 3-3 in game 2 of the IBL Finals. Juan Benitez out for his 5th inning of work. Jackfish tied the ball game in the last inning with 2 runs. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 pitch from Benitez is fouled off out of play on the right side.
Are you on guest or on TV? I didn't do anything to the bell one. Bell one's the same as the buzz.
Both teams piecing together run by run as we come to a 3-3 tie in the 5th.
That should be okay.
0-2 pitch from Benitez.
But they haven't had to use any of them yet in this series. They'll get as many as they can innings out of Juan Benitez here tonight as well.
Do see someone throwing down there. We'll get that info for you when we can, as that pitch is high and outside, and 0-2-2.
Baycats with the likes of Evan Souls, Aiden Rossell, who can give you some pretty good middle relief innings. Chris Cox, Brandon Hillier, and Brad Grieveson shoring up the back end of the bullpen. Ready for some late innings work if needed, but with starters like Juan Benitez and Frank Garces last night, so far, haven't had to do so.
2-2 pitch fouled. Carson Burns couldn't hang on to the foul tip. Hogan Brown stays alive.
Yeah, fans reacting as if that was a strikeout, but Brown got a piece. Tough catch to make for Burns.
Another 2-2 pitch coming from Juan Benitez. There it is. On the ground at second, Roy Sando charging. Easy play on to first, 2 down.
The center fielder at number 11, Gianfranco Morello.
Hogan Brown now 0 for 3 on the game. 1 for 8 in the series so far. Had that 1 single last night late in the game. Gio Morello will step in. He's 0 for 2. Was a strikeout victim to Benitez in the 3rd inning his last time up.
Now, Baycats have done a nice job against Morello tonight, 0 for 2. Came into the game with a .462 average.
Flown into left field. Kyle Maves, the left fielder, sells under it, makes the catch to end the inning. Benitez through 5 innings fairly easily. He's given up 3. We're tied at 3, heading to the bottom of the 5th. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room, and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers, and go Baycats. 2-2 out, runners lead. There they go. Here's the pitch. This one rocked to right field.
Want to come to a Baycats game? Check out our tickets at barriebaycats.com.
Score at least 2. Tuck is in to score. Real behind him. BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news. VMF Sportswear, the official jersey provider of the Barrie Baycats. High-quality, pro-custom uniforms using only the best quality fabrics. Custom apparel, excellent customer service, and community support. VMF Sportswear, Canada's trusted sportswear brand.
As we come back to the 5th inning, it's brought to you by Intel Paving. For your residential, commercial, and industrial paving needs, providing quality service for almost 40 years because you deserve the best. Still a 3-3 ball game. Baycats up in the 5th inning. Top of the order, Ejo, Ando, and Odd due up.
And here's a guy that has given the Jackfish problems so far in this series. Scored both of his plate appearances here tonight. Had that big home run last night to give Barrie the lead in the 8th inning. He is on an absolute tear.
Sees the first pitch ball. Ejo 4 for 6 so far in the series. 2 hits last night, 2 hits tonight so far. Scoring 3 times, including that home run last night. Fouls that one just over our heads.
Almost towards us, and then it took a weird carom off the top of the broadcast booth and went rolling all the way over behind the Barrie dugout.
Ejo put a good cut on that one. He saw it well, and now he's going to get a 1-1 pitch from Abram. Just outside, 2-1.
It'll be interesting to see if they start to pitch Ejo a little more carefully as he continues to swing the hot bat, but he has some pretty dangerous hitters behind him as well, so you don't want to pitch him too carefully and let him get on.
2-1 pitch. Inside now, 3-1. Abram 3 strikeouts on the evening. Has pitched to a lot of contact. Stranded the bases loaded in the 3rd inning.
Ejo with 4 walks in the playoffs.
3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Count is now full.
Good pitch by Abram. Ejo thought he could put that one in play. Just couldn't catch up to it.
Big pitch here, full count. Just fouled to the backstop. Ejo stays alive. Royce Ando on deck. Had the RBI single in the 1st inning, giving the Baycats a 1-0 lead. Excuse me, tying the game at 1. 3-2 pitch. Fouled out of play again. We've seen Ejo been able to do this all year, been able to stay in at bats, work a pitch count up. Unfazed by 2 strike counts. He's always a hard out, and he's going to see another full count pitch here. Another foul ball, that went off the screen.
Well, you mentioned it. Ejo is one of the Baycats' better 2-strike hitters, and you're seeing a prime example of that here in this at-bat. He just continues to foul off pitch after pitch until he gets something that he can put in play.
You'll see another one here from Abram, 3-2. On the ground. Left side, the shortstop can't make the play. That's James Smybert at short. The Baycats with another leadoff base runner. Denise Ejo on for the 3rd time in this ballgame.
5th error of the postseason for James Smybert. That one just squirted right out of his glove. Wasn't able to field it cleanly on the backhand attempt. Dangerous runner to put on for the Baycats here in this 5th inning.
Wasn't a particularly hard hit ball. It was kind of a chopper to short. Didn't have to move that far. Baycats have a base runner here, and Royce Ando, who's been on twice himself, 2 base hits. The runner goes. Throw for Martinez down to second. Not in time. The ball is dropped by the second baseman, Dupuis, and Ejo with another stolen base.
Well, if Denise Ejo can get on base, it just seems like second base is a given. Whether it's a stolen base, a wild pitch, or a double like he did in the 3rd inning. He gets on first base an awful lot, but he doesn't stay there for long, does he?
Absolutely not. This is the 3rd time he's been in scoring position tonight for Royce Ando. Ando hit him home in the 1st inning. He sees a strike from Abram, 1-1.
That's the other thing. When you've got the kind of speed that Denise Ejo has, the defense is well aware of it, and sometimes that can mentally be a factor as well on a situation like we saw where Ejo hit a ground ball that Smybert should have been able to glove cleanly. Wasn't able to do so, maybe thinking about hurrying the throw.
On the ground, right side, hard hit, but a nice snag by Dupuis. Makes the play to first. Ejo moving up to 3rd base.
Last thing that a fielder wants to be doing is thinking about making a throw before the ball is in his glove, and sometimes when you got a speedster on the bases, that ends up happening.
Ando stayed productive, moving the base runner over. Now it's up to Adam Odd. An RBI opportunity here, a 3-3 ball game.
Royce Ando does that well, advancing runners, and that's why he's in that number 2 spot.
Everyone on the infield they want to cut this run down. It's a first pitch strike to Adam Odd.
And now you got the big bats, Odd, Rio, and Williams. These are the high-power RBI guys. Only one out in the inning. They'll try to get Canisijo home with a go-ahead run.
All 4 infielders playing at the infield grass. 0-1 pitch. Odd fouls out of play on the left side. Odd 1 for 2, had a single in the first inning. Struck out by Abram in the third.
Kind of surprises me to see the infielders playing in here. I mean, I get it. It's a 3-3 game. You got a runner at third base. So according to the textbook, this is what you do. But you're giving Adam Odd an awful lot of room here if he can bloop one over these infielders and drive home the run.
Inside pitch. It's going to get to the backstop, and Ejo will score easily. Baycats take a 4-3 lead.
Well, none of that matters anyway. On the pass ball, the ball going off the glove of Carlos Martinez. The Jackfish doing themselves no favors here in the bottom of the 5th. An error and a pass ball and an unearned run. Ben Abram and the Jackfish here in the 5th, and a big one as it gets Barrie back on top.
So the defense for the Jackfish back at normal depth on the infield. Kind of a clean slate here for Ben Abram. Nobody on. Adam Odd facing a 1-2 count. The pitch coming. On the ground softly to second base. Dupuis charging in. Goes to his left when he makes the play. 2 down.
Real nice play by Tyler Dupuis charging that ball. Had to throw it on the run. Odd made him hurry.
Gonna get another instance of back-to-back hitters putting the ball in the same spot. The same outcome happening, a 4-3 putout for Ando and Odd.
Yeah, this is one of the most interesting score sheets that I've had all season with these back-to-back identical putouts.
So Ryan Rio up a 2 out. The first pitch to him is called strike 1.
Also interesting, we mentioned this off air, but we're not even halfway through this game, and Juan Benitez 3 times has recorded putouts at first base, covering for Malik Williams on ground balls that have pulled him off the bag, and Benitez has been right there.
A 1 pitch to Rio. He fouls it off the catcher Martinez. Now he's down 0-2.
Just mention this once again. We know that those of you watching live tonight have missed portions of this game due to technical issues. We apologize for those. We want to remind you that this game is being recorded and will be posted in its entirety on Baycats TV for you to watch after tonight's game.
Low and inside, Rio sees ball 1.
We keep all the games up there, and you can watch them anytime. So if you even get a day or two behind here in the IBL Championship Series, want to go back and watch some broadcasts, they're up there.
1-2 pitch coming. He grounds it foul on the first baseline.
Our producer Brian Backland telling me this broadcast may actually be in a couple of separate files, so you might see it as part 1 and part 2, but either way, you'll be able to see any of the action that you may have missed tonight for those who are watching this game live. And again, we apologize for that, but tough getting a connection here in Springwater sometimes.
Rio grounds it up the middle, off the mound. Smybert ranging to his left to make the play at first to end the inning with the Baycats take the lead. Ejo scoring on a wild pitch. We head to the 6th. Baycats lead 4-3. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
Premier North Windows and Doors is a proud supporter of the Barrie Baycats, locally owned and operated, and specializing in window replacement and door installation. Simcoe County's #1 choice for windows and doors. Classic Car Wash, customizing your car wash experience using high-quality products. Their team of experts will make sure your car is shining like new when you drive away. Give your car the VIP treatment it deserves at Classic Car Wash in Barrie. The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers and go Baycats.
Hi, I'm Debbie Wilkes, owner of Insightful Living and licensed provider of Brain Echo Technology, which aims to calm and balance the brain. If any of these troublesome things are troubling you, then I'm talking to the appropriate person now. Don't
Top of the 6th here at Vintage Throne Stadium. Baycats a 4-3 lead over the Jackfish in Game 2 of the IBL Finals. First IBL Finals game at this ballpark since 2019. The Baycats that year taking home their 6th straight IBL title. And Juan Benitez out for his 6th inning of work.
Well, this is the only game in town here tonight and the only game around the league. It feels a little strange not having out-of-town scoreboards to pass along, but here we are, Welland and Barrie.
First pitch, a called strike to Steven Moretto. He's 2 for 2 at a big home run in the first inning, the first run of the game.
Well, I can't do anything with the internet right now because, no, I'm going to screw the feet up. We've had enough problems left today.
I went in the dirt, 1-1. Moretto had a home run in last night's game, continues a hot bat into tonight's game as well.
I can't do it during the game, though. She just needs to rejoin the network. The network is up.
1-1 on the ground foul. Snagged by James Smybert on deck.
Baycats fans here in Barrie enjoyed a string of 6 consecutive IBL championships from 2014 to 2019. And a new era beginning after the pandemic.
That one just high, it's 2-2.
A couple of holdover players left from those championship years, Ryan Rio, Brantfee Infante, but for the most part, a brand new regime under manager Josh Matlow, and they're looking to build another legacy here in this decade.
2-2, checks his swing, he didn't go. A full count now to Steven Moretto. Breaking ball in the dirt there, and Moretto able to hold up his swing.
And how about that crowd in Welland last night for Game 1 of this series? Boy, they are into the IBL Finals as well, and totally pumped up about their ball club getting to the final dance here for the first time in their history.
3-2 pitch, fouled out of play. We'll do it again.
That is an energetic ballpark with some really great seating. If you've never been to Welland Stadium, definitely worth getting down there if you're a Baycat fan and cheer the Baycats on the road.
It was a great experience last night. They have a great atmosphere there, fun activities in in between innings. Full count pitch here again, and it's high. The leadoff walk taken by Steven Moretto.
Did you get a snack from the, I think it's called the Bait Shop? Is that the souvenir stand there in Welland?
The bait shop is their concessions, and the tackle box is their merchandise.
Love it. They go all in with the Jackfish theme.
Yeah, they've really branded themselves and marketed themselves well since their move to Welland.
Swimming upstream here to Barrie for the 2023 IBL Finals.
Spring water.
Yes.
Not to mention they call their ballpark the Pond. Line up the middle by James Smybert, a base hit.
Well, Benitez is lucky that line drive didn't take his head off. He got out of the way in a hurry, and in that situation, that's all you can think of. That was an absolute missile right back up the middle. Juan did the right thing there by just getting out of the way.
Great contact there from James Smybert. He really barreled that one up. We're going to see a mound visit here from Andrew White.
Yeah, the last time the Jackfish had back-to-back base runners was in the 4th inning, and they were able to get a couple of runs to tie this game at 3. Barrie back on top now 4-3. And Benitez wants to make sure that this 6th doesn't end up the same way the 4th went. That was really his only shaky inning so far. He's done very well the rest of the way. Solo homer in the 1st, allowed a base runner in the 2nd, but you eliminate that 4th inning, and it's been an excellent start for Juan Benitez.
Home plate umpire out there to break up the mound visit. Benitez will face Carlos Martinez with 2 on.
Of a right-hander throwing in the Barrie bullpen.
As Evan Soul is warming up in the Barrie bullpen. We'll see if Benitez can get out of this inning himself. First pitch to Martinez, he shows bunt, he pops it up, but it's going to land foul off the screen.
Now, if Evan Souls comes into this game, that might be a little bit of an indicator to us whether or not Josh Matlow is thinking of Frank Garces in Game 4. I know Frank wants to work 1, 4, and 7, but will he get all 3 starts? That's the question. Evan Souls is a guy who could also make a start in the middle game of the series.
Popped up. Williams going over in foul territory. He'll make the catch on the warning track for the first out.
So if Souls comes into a game either tonight or Tuesday, that might be an indication that Matlow isn't saving him for Game 4, and we could see Frank work Game 4 as well. Jeffrey Nunez is the presumed Game 3 starter for Barrie.
Yeah, I believe the plan was to have Garces pitch 1, 4, and 7 if necessary.
Well, he worked 144 pitches last night, so he's going to have to get that arm ready in a hurry.
He's a well-conditioned pitcher, I have no doubt about that.
Well, that's why you got a horse like him in your rotation, right? Nothing to save him for after this series, so Frank Garces will give them everything he has. And how will the Jackfish handle their pitching? That's the other side of the equation. Alberto Guerrero was outstanding last night.
Well, pitch to Caleb Fairstake, and he fouls off the screen 1-1.
We may say a Guerrero versus Garces rematch in Game 4 here in Barrie on Wednesday. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, and Garces has earned that top spot, absolutely. Presumed IBL Pitcher of the Year, I believe. Just my opinion. 1-1 pitch. High and away.
Emilio Guerrero was part of the Baycat pitching rotation at the start of the season as well. Just didn't work out for him here this season, and they parted ways mutually after about a month or so. And initially, he was the opening day starter. He was expected to be the ace of the rotation this year.
2-1 pitch coming here from Benitez, and he'll step off, take a little bit of time.
Adamant and Royce Ando double play depth. They'd love a ground ball here to extinguish this Jackfish threat in the 6th inning. 1 out, 2 on.
2-1 pitch. Just high, 3-1 now.
Well, they went back to the slow curve, and I'm not sure if that was outside or high, or maybe both, but Benitez did not get the call that he wanted. Maybe up in the zone a little bit.
Just high of the strike zone. A tough 3-1 pitch coming here. Benitez can't afford to give up a hit. That one's fouled out of play, and now full count.
Fairstake does not have the biggest strike zone, and he's got a little bit of a crouch as well in his stance. Gets a lot of those high pitches.
Fairstake had a single in the 2nd, grounded out in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. Important pitch here, 3-2, 1 out. Delivering the pitch, swing and a miss. Fairstake strikes out. With the runner on first, no throw down necessary, 2 down.
The designated hitter, number 10, Mateo Porcelato.
Mateo Porcelato, the DH, will step in. He's also 1 for 2, had that single, RBI single in the 4th inning.
Great pitching by Juan Benitez there on Caleb Fairstake. He wasn't getting the call up at the letters. Went down in the zone and got the swinging strike 3.
Two on, 2 out. First pitch. Called strike 1. Benitez fighting through the pressure. Able to start off this at-bat well. The first pitch strike. 0-1 pitch here. Called strike 2. A nice breaking ball from Benitez. 73 miles an hour.
Royce Ando has shifted around pretty far to the left here. That's creating a pretty nice hole. If Porcelato can hit it just to the right side of second base. A lot of room for him there if he can thread the needle.
Crowd really getting into it here, cheering on Benitez. The 0-2 pitch. That one's lifted out to left field. It's going to get out of play into the Jackfish bullpen. Count remains 0-2.
Benitez seems to be working the outside part of the plate now on this at bat. We'll see where he goes on the 0-2.
Benitez set, he delivers. Offer from Porcelato, he did not go. Call the ball.
A little bit outside and up in the zone as well, and home plate umpire has not been giving the pitchers those calls so far tonight.
Great turnout here for game 2. The fans getting into it. A 1-2 pitch. Offer again, same pitch location, another ball. It's 2-2.
Yeah, it was outside, but again at the letters, and those are not getting called as strikes tonight. It's got to be at the belt or lower, it seems. But that one was probably outside anyways.
Yeah, Porcelato offered just a tiny bit more than he did in the previous pitch. But manages to not go all the way around. Another 2-strike pitch from Benitez. In the dirt. He did not go, and the count is full. Porcelato battling back from an 0-2 count.
They wanted the appeal to see if Porcelato had checked his swing. He did on that low pitch. Did not bite, and the count is full now. Great at bat here from Mateo Porcelato. He wants Benitez to throw a fat one right over the heart of the plate here.
See what Benitez does here. He comes set. 3-2 pitch. Just high and in. And the bases are loaded. Fantastic at bat from Porcelato. Battling back to get the walk from an 0-2 count.
Well, that one looked to be between the letters and the belt, kind of midsection. Benitez did not get the call on that. And that was not outside like the other ones, so.
Yeah, Benitez pushed him in there.
Strike zone a lot lower than Juan Benitez would like here.
Set to Tyler Dupuis with the bases loaded. First pitch, ball.
Yeah, that ball right at the belly button is not getting called. And if you're Juan Benitez, you got to stop going there because you're not getting those calls. It's got to be at the belt or lower.
All Benitez needs here is a ground ball out and get him out of this 6th inning. 1-0 pitch to Dupuis. There's a bloop out there to left field, but Kyle Maves moves in. He makes the catch to end the inning. Benitez gets out of the jam with the bases loaded. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Baycats lead 4-3. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May. VMF Sportswear, the official jersey provider of the Barrie Baycats. High quality, pro custom uniforms using only the best quality fabrics, custom apparel, excellent customer service, and community support. VMF Sportswear, Canada's trusted sportswear brand. BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news.
Baycats come into the bottom of the 6th inning with a 4-3 lead. This inning brought to you by Vintage Throw and Barber Lounge. Experience the tradition of quality service in a relaxed environment. Redefining gentlemen in the heart of Barrie.
Well, we weren't sure what we were going to get in this London-Barrie IBL Championship Series. Both teams have really good offensive weapons, but solid pitching as well. And so far what we've seen have been low scores and close scores.
First pitch to Williams is a called strike. Williams leads it off, and then Rodriguez and Jaco after him.
4-3 final last night, 4-3 the score here in the 6th inning again here tonight. Neither team getting too far ahead of the other.
0-1 pitch, Sky. Fly ball into left field. Towards the lines, ranging over is Hogan Brown, sliding in foul territory. He's unable to make the catch. And Malik Williams will have to head back to the plate as that ball lands foul.
Well, somebody's got to catch that ball, and really it's Hogan Brown's. He just overran it, went too far to his right, and fortunately for Malik Williams, he gets a second life and a chance to get another chance here, another life. That ball needs to be caught.
Yeah, Hogan Brown did not need to make a sliding attempt at that.
And two other infielders converging on that ball as well. And
that ball was hit really high, so plenty of time to get over there. But Williams back at it, 0-2 count. It's Ben Abrams' 6th inning of work. Here's the pitch. Foul to the backstop.
Good job by Williams to keep the at-bat alive here. And the Baycats, a team you don't want to give them extra outs to work with. We saw it in the bottom of the 5th, the error to James Smybert resulting in Canisijo getting aboard and scoring.
It always seems like an error like that's going to come back and bite you. Another 0-2 pitch, up the middle, ground ball, a base hit for Malik Williams. Just what the Baycats want, another leadoff base runner here in the 6th inning.
Well, that's exactly what the Baycats wanted. Malik Williams turning an out into a hit, or what should have been an out on that shallow foul ball.
First hit of the game for Williams, his 2nd time aboard. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Now Starlin Rodriguez will step in. A bat the Baycats want to get hot. He's 0-2 so far. He struck out his last time up. Baycats need him to get his bat going. Had a couple hits in last night's game, 0-2 so far. Modest lead from Williams at first. First pitch to Rodriguez. He shows bunt, takes a called first strike.
Just to continue what we were commenting on before, 2 games here so far in this IBL Championship Series with close scores, low-scoring games, and neither team has scored more than 2 runs in an inning so far, and neither team has led by more than 2 runs in a game so far. Again, just the 2nd game of the series, but perhaps setting the table for what we can expect the rest of the way.
Delayed delivery there from Abram. That pitch low and away for ball 1.
It's always interesting when you look at different ways that certain teams are constructed. I mentioned, for instance, Kitchener, Toronto, you would expect high-scoring games, just the way that they are built and the parks that they play in as well. Welland and Barrie, we weren't quite sure what we would get because both teams are really strong on both sides, offensively and defensively. Really good pitching.
I think the storyline so far, there has been a fair amount of offense in this game at least, but a lot of stranded base runners. Not a lot of guys striking out, only 5 strikeouts total in this ball game across both lineups. The 2-1 pitch to Rodriguez. He bloofs it out into right center field. Heading back on it is Dupuis, and he'll make the catch. 1 down.
Nice job by Dupuis, backpedaling. Not an easy catch to make in the lights, but he stayed with it and played it perfectly. That was his ball all the way.
Baycats need the bottom 4 guys in this order to step up a little bit. No hits and nobody reaching in the 6 through 9 spots in this order so far. Hayden Jaco would really love another base hit here for the Baycats. Right-hander deals. That one's high for ball 1.
6 through 9 in this Baycat lineup is a combined 0 for 9 tonight. So this has to get going for the Baycats here They want a more balanced attack and not just leave it all to the top of the order.
One-0 pitch on the ground, and that's going to get through the left side for a base hit.
And there we go. So you can erase that little stat that I just mentioned with Jaco getting aboard. Rodriguez, Jaco, Burns, and Maves are the 6 through 9 hitters. And that hit by Jaco, the first from that foursome so far tonight.
Just seemed like Jaco was due for one. Hitless last night. He did reach with a walk in the 9th, but that's his first hit of the series. The bottom third in the order last night for the Baycats also went hitless. Burns and Jaco did reach with walks, but no hits for the bottom third of the lineup. As Carson Burns steps in. Sees the first pitch outside for ball 1. 2 on with 1 out here for the Baycats. Ben Abram working patiently on the mound here. Burns swings through 1-1.
Not a great swing by Burns, but one of the things I have liked from him is his patient approach at the plate, and he's really improved on that here, even into the playoffs. Not always swinging at the first offering, giving himself up as an out.
Just didn't quite pick up on that breaking ball there. Runner goes, and it's going to be a double steal. Martinez with a hesitation on the throw down to second. I don't think anybody was expecting Malik Williams to take off, but both runners get an extra base out of that.
Yeah, it was a delayed double steal there, and both of them were delayed. Williams waited until the pitch reached the catcher, Carlos Martinez. Martinez elected not to throw down. And then all of a sudden, Hayden Jaco decided to go and test Martinez's arm, forced him to make the throw, and it wasn't nearly in time. Both runners advance. And how huge could this be for the Baycats now?
Brian Astor out with a mound visit, possibly discussing some strategy here.
That was an unusual double steal. I'm not sure they drew it up that way, but both runners went, but Jaco was way later than Williams. It was almost like Jaco sort of took a wait-and-see approach out there.
You wouldn't peg Williams as a guy who would attempt a stolen base of third, but he went there and works out perfectly for the Baycats. Both runners advancing. Burns facing a 1-2 pitch here. That's on the ground foul towards the Dexter.
It almost makes me wonder if Jaco missed the sign, and then when he saw Williams go, then he realized that he was supposed to be off as well. But it'd be interesting to talk to him afterwards whether he did that intentionally or not. When he realized Martinez wasn't going to throw down, he decided to test his arm anyways and go for it.
Also could have been a situation where Martinez wasn't sure where to throw. Another 1-2 pitch. Burns cuts and misses. He goes down swinging. 2 down here for the Baycats as Kyle Maves will step in.
Maybe Jaco was waiting for the throw down to third, assuming that he was going to make a play to try to get Malik Williams, and Martinez just decided he was going to eat it. Ended up being forced to make a throw down anyways once Jaco took off.
Kyle Maves, the number 9 hitter, steps in. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. That was his last time up. Huge 2-out plate appearance here. First pitch is low.
Yeah, this is a huge plate appearance. We're only in the bottom of the 6th, but still. Baycats up by a run. One swing here, Maves could give Barrie their biggest lead of the series. They haven't led by more than 2. They had a 4-2 lead going into the bottom of the 9th last night. Clinging to a 4-3 lead here.
Pitch gets the inside part of the plate, evens it up at 1-1. Ethan Hunt, the third baseman, playing shallow at third base. You never know if Maves is going to pull a bunt out of his pocket.
Probably not with 2 out, but you never know.
1-1. That one's low and in. We saw the Jackfish last night pull out a 2-out bunt attempt. It actually worked in their favor.
Well, I think if Maves bunts here, either they eat it or they make a play to try to get Maves at first and just get out of the inning, but you don't want to try to anything fancy and cut off the runner at home here, I wouldn't think. 2 out in the inning.
Maves a speedy guy, usually tries to bunt and reach. And that one inside as well. Ben Abram really working that inner part of the plate. He's missed 3 times. It's 3-1.
Yeah, Abram needs to come right at Maves here. You don't want to put him on and face Canisijo. He's the last guy you want to see right now with the bases loaded.
Maves looking for his pitch here. A 3-1 count with 2 out. Pitch. He swings, he fouls it to the backstop. Count is full.
Great pitch by Abram. That one had some bite to it, and Maves just on top of it, fouling it back. And now Ben Abram, a strike away from getting out of a massive jam here in this 6th inning.
Baycats had the lead, but that probably has been the story for them offensively so far. They left the bases loaded in the 3rd here, trying not to strain anybody here. Maves grounds it softly to the shortstop, and he will reach. Williams scores, and the Baycats take a 5-3 lead.
Well, that was better than a bunt, an infield hit. Had absolutely no chance there for the charging infield to get Maves. The runner comes home. Malik Williams, a huge run for the Baycats. And now let's go back to that double steal, and we can talk about how important that was to get Williams in a position where he was able to come in and score on that.
Great play there from Kyle Maves. That's probably not what he was going for, but it works out in his favor anyway. Runners on the corners for the most dangerous hitter right now in the Baycats lineup. Ejo shows bunt, but the pitch is outside.
We talk about the importance of that double steal, and there was no force in that situation with a runner at second and a runner at third, so if both of those base runners were at first and second, they might have been able to make a play over at third to get Malik Williams, depending on how big his lead was, but they had one play at first base and they couldn't make it.
Well, no, Ejo, a line drive bunt, but it's going to go foul. It's 1-1 now, and I would imagine that to his detriment, Ben Abram falling off the mound after his pitch. He wasn't able to catch up to that swinging bunt and ground ball, and I would imagine if he was able to get a hold of that ground ball, he might have had a nice play at first to get out of this inning, but nonetheless, he's facing Ejo as Maves goes. Ejo fouls that one out of play. Curious to see if Maves goes again here on a 1-2 pitch. Ejo has reached and scored each of his 3 times up.
Hayden Jaco standing at third base, so you got to be really sure you're going to get that third out if Kyle Maves goes. He does.
On the ground to third, Ethan Hunt scoops it up. He gets the speedy Ejo at first to end the inning. We head to the 7th. The Baycats extend their lead up 2 as we head to the 7th. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ain't going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Carrington comes in, and the
Hard body, and that's
and the score is James Anderson, and the Baycats win. Classic Car Wash, customizing your car wash experience using high-quality products. Their team of experts will make sure your car is shining like new when you drive away. Give your car the VIP treatment it deserves at Classic Car Wash in Barrie.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
At Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just $8.99 each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
We're back in the 7th inning at Vintage Throne Stadium. The Baycats lead the Jackfish 5-3. On play-by-play, Mr. Ben Davy, sending it back to you.
Thank you, Julius. We go to the 7th inning. Baycats up 5-3, a 2-run lead, and they have not led by more than 2 runs at all in this series so far. Thank you for picking up my pen. Appreciate that. Up for the Jackfish, the number 9 hitter, Ethan Hunt, number 9, third baseman, to face Juan Benitez, who has battled hard here tonight. First pitch is off the plate, 1-0. So the Jackfish able to hold the Baycats to just 1 run in that bottom of the 6th. And, you know, it could have been a lot worse. Ben Abram was angry when he came off the mound. He fired his glove into the third base dugout. He was upset at himself for the way that inning went. But again, you get out of that allowing only 1 run. You got to feel pretty fortunate about that.
Yeah, that inning could have been a lot worse for Ben Abram and the Jackfish. He's probably upset he got the soft contact from Kyle Mays, but nothing you can do about where it was placed.
No, and the double steal was really what led to that run, with Williams getting to third and Jaco following right behind him. That weak infield hit by Kyle Maves got that important insurance marker across for Barrie. They're up 5-3 now. Benitez with the pitch, and it's fouled over the screen. Both of these teams, the inability to get the big inning. That really is, if you were put a storyline for the series so far, to me, that would be it. And so far, it's worked out to Barrie's advantage. But the Baycats haven't scored more than 2 runs in an inning so far yet either.
Yeah, it's been a story of stranded base runners for the most part, not just for the Baycats, but for the Jackfish as well. There's been plenty of offense, not a whole lot of strikeouts, but leaving runners on.
Line drive and a running. It's too good. At some point, they're going to unload offensively, and your lineup's got to be ready as well.
And they have to be ready for the Jackfish for that to come for them as well. You know, it's the big inning is brewing for both teams, and it's up to each pitching staff and defense to be ready for that.
Yeah, that was really the case with the Toronto series as well. I mean, that team is built on offense. And they were unable to get the big inning when they needed it in the semifinal series against the Jackfish. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hogan Brown waits. Benitez deals. High and inside, 1-2. Baycats mascot, Cool Cat, getting the crowd all riled up here. Here's the pitch from Benitez. Fly ball, center field. Ejo with a couple of steps to his right, makes the catch, 2 down. Benitez has retired 3 straight and 5 of 6. Here's Gio Morello.
Evan Souls has been warming in the Baycats bullpen, and Brendan Hillier has just started throwing as well.
Baycats back in the IBL Finals for the first time since 2019. It's taken them a few years to get here. To get back to the finals, the pandemic delayed everybody by a year, and then a rebuild of sorts under manager Josh Matlow, GM and team president as well, to his title, and he's built a team that has gotten to the finals here in 2023.
Hayden Jacob playing shallow defense at third base. Again, we've said it, and we've seen it throughout this series. The Jackfish never know when they're going to put a bunt down.
Baycats beating Hamilton and Kitchener to get to the finals. The Jackfish beating the Brantford Red Sox and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Quite a battle between these clubs so far. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Gio Morello behind in the count. And this crowd is going to get jacked up here for Juan Benitez, urging him to finish this 7th inning with a strikeout. 5-3 Baycats, 2 out, nobody on. Pitch to Morello, and it's high. Morello didn't chase. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Not a bad pitch selection there from Benitez. He was looking for a chase there from Morello.
The The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Juan Benitez gets Morello on strikes. It's 7th inning stretch time at Vintage Throne Stadium. 5-3 Barrie. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV. The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room, and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers, and go Baycats. 2 out, runners lead. There they go. Here's the pitch. This one rocked to right field.
Want to come to a Baycats game? Check out our tickets at barriebaycats.com.
Score at least 2. Tuck is in to score. Rio behind him. BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycats scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news. VMF Sportswear, the official jersey provider of the Barrie Baycats. High-quality, pro-custom uniforms using only the best quality fabrics. Custom apparel, excellent customer service, and community support. VMF Sportswear, Canada's trusted sportswear brand. Premier North.
Coming back from the 7th inning stretch here at Vintage Throne Stadium. The 7th inning is brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca.
Second baseman Roy Sando will lead it off for the Baycats. At the bottom of the 7th inning, they lead by a pair, and they will face reliever Brandon Underhill.
Underhill's 4th appearance in the playoffs this year. 4 1/3 innings pitched coming in tonight. A 4.15 ERA in the postseason. 3 strikeouts, just 1 walk. It's been used sparsely in the playoffs so far. It's just his 4th appearance.
First pitch from Underhill misses, and Roy Sando with a 1-0 count. The Bay City Biters are out here at Vintage Throne Stadium. That's what we call mosquitoes here in Barrie, the Bay City Biters. I thought we were safe from them because we're into September now, but I guess not. Yeah, they were later than usual this year. We still had some pretty warm weather for September here in this area. Usually when the temperature drops, the mosquitoes disappear, but still kind of feels like late summer here, and technically it is. 1-2 pitch from Underhill. Fly ball, right side, a long way for Furstake, running, makes, oh, it's off his glove. Caleb Furstake was in the right spot, just couldn't come up with the catch. Great effort to get there. Roy Sando will get another life.
That's the 2nd time tonight the Jackfish defense haven't been able to make a relatively easy sky fly ball play deep in foul territory down the line. And that might prove costly here. Ando, always a dangerous bat, top of the Baycats lineup.
Yeah, there was an error to James Smybert that led to an important run for Barrie in the 5th inning. And then keep in mind that ball that went off the left fielder, Hogan Brown. He overdove the ball. It should properly describe that. And it extended the at-bat for Williams. Ando goes down, so crisis averted there for Welland.
Brandon Underhill's been one of the go-to relievers for Brian Essery this year. 35 2/3 innings in the regular season through 16 appearances. One of those appearances was a start. A 3.78 ERA, a 4-0 record, 29 strikeouts to 10 walks.
Pretty comfortable night here at the ballpark. We had a game time temperature of 19 degrees. Dipped a couple of degrees now since then, but lots of jackets and hoodies around the ballpark. And a really nice Sunday night here. 17 now the temperature in Midhurst. Swing and a miss. Odd frustrated at himself for chasing that. That was not a pitch he should have gone after, and he knew it.
Odd was a strikeout victim in the third inning from Ben Abram.
Pitch on the way from Underhill. Over the mound, Underhill leaves it for his second baseman. Here's the throw! In time for the outs. Tyler Dupuis stayed with that. A wise move by Underhill, who decided not to glove the ball. Left it for his infielders, and it worked out. Odd retired 4-3. Here's Ryan Rio with 2 away.
Adam Odd had a similar batted ball in the fifth inning, his last time up. Another 4-3 put out, grounded out to Tyler Dupuis twice.
First pitch, he takes a called strike. Ryan Rio got engaged to his girlfriend at a ceremony at home plate earlier this season before a game, and that was a real special occasion for them. Swing and a miss. Underhill working quickly here. 0-2. Looking to get the Baycats 3 up, 3 down. Bounces up to the plate. Rio doesn't chase. So congratulations are in order in advance for the nuptials for Mr. and Mrs. Rio. One-two pitch. Rio fouls it away. I wonder if he has a home plate ceremony planned, or just the engagement at home plate. But I've seen weddings at home plate before, and they got a couple of people that love baseball. That can be a beautiful occasion.
It's pretty cool.
Did you see the wedding in the Wrigley Field bleachers?
I did not see that.
Earlier this week. Yeah, that actual ceremony happened during a Cubs game.
That's really
in the
cool.
bleachers at Wrigley a couple of days ago. That one just missed. Rio showing good patience. To my knowledge, we haven't had a wedding during a Baycat game here at Vintage Throne Stadium. I'm sure it'll happen someday. 2-2 fouled away. Good at bat here by Ryan Rio.
Rio grounded into a double play in the first inning, but a run scored on that play. Also had an RBI single, giving the Baycats the lead, a 2-run lead in the third inning.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Underhill rocks into the windup, and the pitch on the way. Inside ball 3. Rio has worked the count full.
Yeah, great composure here from Ryan Rio, working back in this count. Putting the pressure on Brandon Underhill here now.
Payoff pitch. Rio is aboard. Baycats get a base runner for Malik Williams with 2 out in the 7th.
Number 29, Malik Williams.
Once again, we'd like to mention for viewers who are watching this broadcast live, portions of this game were missed due to technical issues. Please visit Baycats TV at the conclusion of our game. Later on, you'll be able to watch the broadcast in its entirety, start to finish. So any of the plays that you missed will be up on our website for you to watch after the game here tonight. Baycats TV. And again, our apologies for any technical issues during the live feed here this evening.
Avery Tuck now the pinch runner for Ryan Rio.
Tuck with the lead at first. 2 down. Underhill will work from the stretch with a man on. First pitch. Ground ball to short. Smybert goes the short way to second. In time to Tyler Dupuis. Crisis averted. The Jackfish sprints off the field in the bottom of the 7th, holding the Baycats to a 2-run lead. 5-3 Baycats. We go to the 8th here at Vintage Throne Stadium. Premier North Windows and Doors is a proud supporter of the Barrie Baycats, locally owned and operated and specializing in window replacement and door installation. Simcoe County's #1 choice for windows and doors. Classic Car Wash, customizing your car wash experience using high-quality products. Their team of experts will make sure your car is shining like new when you drive away. Give your car the VIP treatment it deserves at Classic Car Wash in Barrie. The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room, and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers, and go Baycats!
Hi, I'm Debbie Wilkes, owner of Insightful Living and licensed provider of Brain Echo technology, which aims to calm and balance the brain. If any of these troublesome things are troubling you, then I'm talking to the appropriate person now.
Barrie Baycats and the Welland Jackfish battling for the 2023 Dominico Cup. It's Game 2 of the Best of 7 Intercounty Baseball League Championship Series. Baycats lead the series 1-0, and they lead Game 2 5-3. Juan Benitez back out here to work at the top of the 8th. Steve Moretto will lead it off for the Jackfish. Julius Hern and Ben Davy with you. Patrick Melbourne handling PA duties tonight. And a first pitch strike from Juan Benitez.
And Moretto's reached all 3 times he's been up tonight. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. A home run in the first inning was huge.
Dangerous hitter here at the plate, as Juan Benitez knows. Got him to pop it up. It'll be playable. It'll stay on the infield. And Malik Williams will take it for the out. Good job by Malik to call off the other 2. That was his pop-up all the way, right side of the infield, and Benitez and Burns were both there, but...
Had me worried there because it looked like Benitez wanted to take that, but that's the first baseman, Malik Williams' ball all the way. Much easier play for him.
My own opinion, a pitcher should never take a pop-up that high, unless it's just a kind of a weakly hit and blooper, but... Situation like that, you're always going to have another infielder that's in a much better position than the pitcher coming off the mound to try to make that catch. Plus, most pitchers just aren't used to it. That's the other thing. It's not something you're in the habit of doing every single game. You don't want to put your pitcher in that situation. You want him to just focus on doing what he's doing. And that is working to these hitters. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off to the left.
It also might be important to mention, pitcher's gloves are typically smaller than the rest of his defensive counterparts.
Good point. Bounces up to the plate. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to James Smybert. Smybert today 2 for 3. Really, the middle of the order is the only part of this lineup that has done anything for the Jackfish here in Game 2. Moretto, Smybert, and Martinez. This one hits a right field, pretty deep. And it's back on the track for Rodriguez, who makes the catch. 2 out in the inning. Avery Tuck came on for Ryan Rio, but he stays in the DH spot, and Starlin Rodriguez remains in right field for the Baycats.
It always worries me when I see Starlin Rodriguez go back on a deep fly ball. He tends to kind of spin himself around a little bit, but he always makes sure he gains back his composure, and right there he proved it, getting back, making that catch.
Well, Starlin Rodriguez and Branfi Infante are the 2 that have really battled injuries this season in different times. And now it'll be Carlos Martinez. He hit into a fielder's choice, but scored a run for the Jackfish in the 4th on an RBI single by Mateo Porcelato.
It's actually Sam Cocker pinch hitting.
Well, the first pitch to Cocker is outside. Well, Martinez officially 0 for 3 with the fielder's choice, but he did score a run. Cocker, the catcher, ahead in the count here. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch from Benitez. Called strike.
Cocker had an at-bat last night in the 9th inning. Grounded out to third to lead off the 9th for the Jackfish.
Right side, and it will drop. Fair ball. The inning continues. Cocker is aboard. 2-out single for the Jackfish.
Pinch hitting for the right field.
And another pinch hitter.
Number 8, Ethan Pasco.
Another pinch hitter here is Ethan Pasco will take over for Kale Fairstake.
Pasco 2 for 3 in the playoffs after hitting 333 in 16 regular season games for Welland this season. Could be a dangerous bat here with a man on in this 8th inning.
Another guy who could provide plenty of speed on the base pass should he get on.
Fairstake 1 for 3 tonight. He singled, grounded out and struck out, and now Pasco batting in his spot, the number 6 spot in this order. First pitch strike from Juan Benitez. Reminder that these teams are off tomorrow before the series resumes at Welland Stadium on Tuesday night. Here's the pitch. Gets the called strike on the breaking ball, and it's 0-2. We're back here for Game 4 for sure on Wednesday.
Brad Grieveson is warming in the Baycats bullpen. Should Benitez find some struggles here?
Benitez steps off. Runner leads. 0-2 for Benitez. Fouled away. That one cleared the trees. And a fresh handful of baseballs for the home plate umpire. Cocker at first, 2 out in the inning. Juan Benitez here at the bottom, or the top of the 8th. Pitch to Pasco. Fouled away again. Right back to the screen. And he'll see another 0-2 pitch.
He's done well fouling off the pitches in this at-bat, staying alive. Seems very eager to put the ball in play.
Juan Benitez has held the Jackfish to 3 runs tonight on 7 hits. Needs a strikeout here to get out of the 8th. Here's the pitch. Fouled again. Well, if Josh Matlow is thinking about Brad Grieveson, there's no question they want to give him a clean inning in the 9th, rather than have to bring him in here in a situation with runners on in the 8th inning. So this is a big at-bat and an important pitch coming up from Juan Benitez. It's inside, and the at-bat will continue.
It's a good take there from Pasco. Swung at nearly all the pitches in that at-bat so far and showing patience, being able to take that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss! Juan Benitez gets off the mound in the 8th inning. Baycats out to give him high fives and congratulations as he does so. A great performance tonight for the Dominican right-hander. Baycats will look to add some insurance to their 5-3 lead when we return. Heading to the bottom of the 8th inning, you're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie. Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May. VMF Sportswear, the official jersey provider of the Barrie Baycats. High-quality, pro-custom uniforms using only the best quality fabrics. Custom apparel, excellent customer service, and community support. VMF Sportswear, Canada's trusted sportswear brand. BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news.
Welcome back, Baycats fans. It's the bottom of the 8th inning here at Vintage Throne Stadium. It's brought to you by Expedia Cruises in Barrie, Air, Land, and Sea Vacations.
Starlin Rodriguez is due. He's 0 for 3 tonight. He'll lead it off here on the bottom of the 8th. Against Jackfish right-hander Brandon Underhill, who came on in relief of Ben Abram. Abram pitched very well tonight, kept his club in this game. Now Underhill will work with a 2-run deficit in this bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike to Starlin Rodriguez.
Rodriguez 0 for 3 so far. He needs to get hot for the Baycats here.
Line drive into the gap, and there it is. It's a base hit for Starlin Rodriguez, maybe more. He's digging hard for second, and he's in with a slide.
Baycats will hope that that'll get Rodriguez going for the rest of the series. Huge leadoff double for Rodriguez. That's just what the Baycats have seen him do all year. Hard contact for extra bases.
We mentioned earlier in this ballgame how the bottom half of this lineup had struggled against Ben Abram. He was mowing them down. They were 0 for 10 at one point. Hayden Jaco got a one-out single in the 6th inning to break that up. And now a double by Starlin Rodriguez, and Jaco will come to the plate here. The runner in scoring position. (5-3) Barrie in the 8th. Underhill checks the runner twice. Here's the pitch. Now he steps off. Fans want to balk, but that was a legal move. Anytime a reliever steps off, you hear that. Sounds like a chicken coop here at Vintage Throne Stadium. And not a bad move either, just to keep the runner honest. Here's the pitch. Lifted foul. Right side. Over near the tent.
We've seen both the Welland pitchers this evening work very patiently on the mound, really taking their time to begin their delivery. Especially with runners on, that's going to keep them on their toes.
Carson Burns is on deck, Kyle Maves to follow. Fans want the Baycats to get their biggest lead of the series here. They're up by 2. It's a ground ball, right side. Play is made by Dupuis. The throw to first, the only play to get the batter, Hayden Jaco. Jaco retired 4-3. Starlin Rodriguez advances to third. And here's Carson Burns.
And Burns looking to add some insurance here for the Baycats, and he can do just that with Rodriguez on third base. A deep fly ball, ground ball will probably score him, but the infield is playing in for the Jackfish. They're going to look to cut down the run at home should there be a ground ball.
Carson Burns scored an insurance run in the top of the 9th inning for the Baycats last night, and they needed it because Welland scored in the bottom half to make it a 1-run game. And that is the kind of series it has been so far, back and forth between these teams. Barrie on top by 2 here tonight, but they have not led by more than 2 at all in this series. Infield creeping in just a little bit here. And it's fouled off to the left, 0-2.
Well, we saw this kind of defense from the Jackfish infield in the 5th inning when Ijo was on third base. He eventually scored in a wild pitch. But they're going to look to cut down the run if either one of them gets a ground ball.
Well, Burns will not be bunting here with 2 strikes. They're not on the grass now, but they're right close, right on the edge. They still want to cut off that runner.
Yeah, they're probably going to creep in as the delivery comes.
Strike 3. Carson Burns frozen on an 0-2 pitch. Big strikeout for Brendan Underhill, 2 down.
That was a huge strikeout for Underhill. It's going to move the defense back now with his 2 out. You know, for Carson Burns, those are the kind of pitches you have to at least offer at. Can't be taking those pitches middle.
Kyle Maves scheduled to hit. Brad Fianfonte is going to come out and take a few swings. A little bit of a late substitution here, but Branfi is ready. He didn't have much time on that on-deck circle. But Branfi, a veteran, he can get ready in a hurry. He literally skipped out of the dugout, took, I think, 1 swing with the weights on the bat. And from there, had to make a beeline to home plate for his at-bat.
Later in the season when Infante came back from injury, we've seen him in a few positions like this. He's been a great 2-out hitter for the Baycats historically. It's been a few times this year where he's been able to come in clutch late game situations with some insurance, 2 outs. He knows how to win and part of those Baycats championship teams.
Two outs in the inning. Starlin Rodriguez at third. Brandon Underhill with the pitch. Gets a called strike.
Just to close the book on Kyle Maves, 1 for 3 this evening, had the RBI single in the 6th inning. That was the 5th run for the Baycats.
Underhill deals. Outside, count 1-1. Top of the order, due to follow, Ijo, Ando, Odd. Underhill wants to get Infante here, the number 9 hitter. Comes set. Deals the 1-1. On the ground, foul. Rodriguez had to do a little skip to get out of the way of that. Count now 1-2 to Branfi Infante. Bob Hurley, the Baycat team photographer, out there on the dirt along that right field side as well. That's a dangerous spot to stand. He's got his eye on the action every second he's out there, I can tell you that. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Big strikeout by Brandon Underhill. The Baycats strand a runner at third. Starlin Rodriguez can't get any further. One last bullet for the Jackfish in the top of the 9th. They trail by 2. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ain't going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Carrington comes in, and the score is James Anderson, and the Baycats win. Classic Car Wash, customizing your car wash experience using high-quality products. Their team of experts will make sure your car is shining like new when you drive away. Give your car the VIP treatment it deserves at Classic Car Wash in Barrie.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
See you this summer! At Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just $8.99 each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
The 50-50 prize has been won by Jason K. C1556. You've won $987.
Welcome back. It's the top of the 9th. Baycats trying to close it out. That's brought to you by Expedia Cruises in Barrie, Air, Land, and Sea Vacations.
Baycat closer Brad Grieveson will try to send these fans home, having a good time tonight at Vintage Throne Stadium. 5-3 the score in favor of the Baycats. He will face Mateo Porcelato, Tyler Dupuis, and Ethan Hunt.
This is Grieveson's 4th appearance in the playoffs so far. Comes in with a 2-0 record, a 5.4 ERA through 6 2/3 innings in the postseason.
The 42-year-old right-handed reliever and pitching coach for the Baycats. And we were talking earlier about Baycats from the previous championship squad that won from 2014 to 2019. Brad Grieveson was not a part of that part of the Baycat dynasty, but he's the only current Baycat player, other than manager Josh Matlow, who was a part of the 2005 Baycats championship, the first in franchise history. Brad back for a second stint with the team, did not get that pitch, and he's not happy about it. 2-0 count.
Grieveson has not walked the batter yet in the postseason. He comes in with 5 strikeouts, no walks.
And a called strike, 2-1. Like Frank Gar says, Brad Grieveson, not a guy who gives up a lot of free bases.
Porcelato walked his last time up, so he's been patient throughout this ballgame.
21 strikeouts, 5 walks in the regular season, and this one hit pretty deep to right field. It'll stay up there, though, and the catch is made. And 1 out.
That looks like Avery Tuck out there in right field. It looks like they've moved Rodriguez to left field.
Yeah, we didn't hear an announcement on that, but those look like Avery Tuck's shoes. And his frame as well. So we'll go with that. Tuck in right and Rodriguez in left.
Tuck was in the DH spot, so if this inning were to continue into the bottom half, the Baycats would lose their DH. So the pitcher spot would have to bat.
Well, Kyle Maves is out of the game. We know that because Branfi Infante came in to pinch hit. Count 2-0.
Back-to-back 2-0 counts start both batters.
Called strike, 2-1. So Infante now the game's DH, I guess, with Ryan Rio out of the game.
Well, I believe the Baycats would lose their DH spot because they've put Tuck in the field.
You're correct about that. You're right. So, yeah. Hit weakly and foul.
Dupuis fouling that off himself, but it seems to be okay.
Yeah, in a close game, you don't want to lose your DH, but Baycats hoping that's a non-issue here. 1 out in the 9th, 5-3 Barrie. Tyler Dupuis is ready. Brad Grieveson rocks into the delivery. The pitch. And it's a line drive to center field. It's a base hit. Tying run comes to the plate for the Jackfish. It's Ethan Hunt.
If the Baycats were to have to bat in the bottom of the 9th, the original DH spot would come up 4th. Tuck would still be in that spot. I believe that's how that works, right?
I think so.
The pitcher spot would probably move to the 9 spot where Infante pinch hit for Maves.
So the Baycats rolling the dice and figuring that it's not going to come to that. Certainly that's the hope for Barrie, but Welland trying to make a finish here tonight. Tying run at the plate, Ethan Hunt, 5-3 Baycats. Middle infield looking for a double play. Here's the pitch. Called strike on the inside corner. Adam Odd and Roy Sando ready should a ground ball be hit up the middle. Runner at first is Dupuis. We'll see if he goes to try to stay out of the double play here. Doesn't have a very big lead right now. Does not go, and the pitch is outside. Mentioned Grieveson with the 5 walks. in 32 innings. And he was quick to point out to me that 2 or 3 of those were intentional walks. They really only has two or three walks in his 32 innings of work in the regular season. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to short, to second for 1, to first, double play! Baycats win game 2 by a final of 5-3.
Perfect end of this game. 3 up, 3 down, 9th for the Baycats. Freebuson closing it out with the save. Gonna take a 2-0 series lead to Welland on Tuesday night.
Juan Benitez with the win for the Baycats. He was fantastic. 8 strong innings of work. Brad Freebuson comes on, nails it down for the save with the tying run at home plate. Ethan Hunt grounds into a double play to end the ball game, and the Baycats have taken a 2-0 lead in this best of 7 2023 Intercounty Baseball League Championship Series. Don't forget, Game 3 is Tuesday night at Welland Stadium. And Spencer and Alec will have that call for us on the Welland Jackfish YouTube page. We're right back here on Wednesday night for Game 4 of this series, Baycats and Jackfish. We hope to see you then. For Julius, Hern, and our entire Baycats TV crew, I'm Ben Davy. Good night from Vintage Throne Stadium in Springwater.